For the best price, click the link in the description. But here's what surprised me about the AOC CQ32G1 monitor. It looks amazing from the outside, but what happens when you dive deeper into its features and performance? Therefore, let's take a closer look at this monitor and see if it's worth your hard-earned cash. The first thing I noticed about the AOC CQ32G1 is that it has a 31.5-inch curved VA panel with a resolution of 2560x1440 pixels. That's right, this monitor is designed to provide an immersive viewing experience, but will it deliver? I put it through its paces, and what I found was both impressive and frustrating. But here's the thing, this monitor has some great specs on paper, such as a 3001 contrast ratio, 500 nits of peak brightness, and support for HDR10. However, when I started to use it, I began to notice some issues. The response time is a bit sluggish, which made it difficult to enjoy fast-paced games or video content. Therefore, let's talk about the design of this monitor. It looks sleek and modern with its silver and black finish, but the bezels are a bit thick for my taste. And when you turn on the built-in speakers, they can get quite loud, which is great, but also means that you'll need to adjust the sound settings accordingly. But what really got me was the lack of ergonomic features on this monitor. There's no height adjustment, tilt, or swivel, which made it difficult for me to position the screen in a comfortable viewing angle. And don't even get me started on the limited connectivity options, only one USB-C port and 2 HDMI ports. Therefore, I have to ask, is the AOC CQ32G1 worth your money? For some users, its 31.5-inch VA panel will be a major selling point, but for others, the sluggish response time and lack of ergonomic features might be deal breakers. Let's take a closer look at the specs and see what you can expect from this monitor. But before we do that, I want to highlight one thing. I'm not just going to tell you about the features, I'll also share my hands-on experience with this product. The AOC CQ32G1 has a range of connectivity options, including 2 HDMI ports and 1 DisplayPort. It also supports USB-C, but only at 48 Gbps, which is slower than some other monitors on the market. And when it comes to power consumption, it's not as energy efficient as I'd like, with a maximum power draw of 35 W. However, this monitor does have some great features that might make up for its shortcomings. It supports HDR10 and has a high contrast ratio, which makes for stunning visuals. But what really impressed me was the color accuracy. It's perfect for graphic designers or anyone who needs accurate colors. But here's the thing, while the AOC CQ32G1 has some great features on paper, its performance is a bit disappointing. The response time is slow, and the lack of ergonomic features makes it difficult to position the screen in a comfortable viewing angle. Therefore, I have to ask, what are you looking for in a monitor? If it's just a budget-friendly option with decent specs, then the AOC CQ32G1 might be worth considering. But if you're looking for something with great performance and ergonomic features, you might want to look elsewhere. Let's take a closer look at some of the pros and cons of this monitor to see if it's right for you. On the plus side, it has a great 31.5-inch VA panel, HDR10 support, and a high contrast ratio. However, its sluggish response time, lack of ergonomic features, and limited connectivity options might be drawbacks. But what really got me was the price of this monitor. It's relatively affordable compared to some other options on the market. And when you consider that it has some great features like HDR10 support, it starts to look like a good value for your money. Therefore, I have to ask, is the AOC CQ32G1 worth your hard-earned cash? For some users, its 31.5-inch VA panel will be a major selling point, but for others, the sluggish response time and lack of ergonomic features might be deal breakers. Let's summarize what we've discussed so far. The AOC CQ32G1 has some great specs on paper, including HDR10 support, a high contrast ratio, and a 31.5-inch VA panel. However, its performance is a bit disappointing. The response time is slow, and the lack of ergonomic features makes it difficult to position the screen in a comfortable viewing angle. Therefore, if you're looking for a budget-friendly monitor with decent specs, the AOC CQ32G1 might be worth considering. But if you're looking for something with great performance and ergonomic features, you might want to look elsewhere. In conclusion, I have to give this product 3 out of 5 stars. It's not perfect, but it has some great features that make up for its shortcomings. However, the price is relatively affordable compared to some other options on the market, which makes it a good value for your money. But here's the thing, if you're looking for a monitor with great performance and ergonomic features, there are better options out there. Therefore, I would recommend this product to users who want something budget-friendly, but don't mind sacrificing some of the bells and whistles. Therefore, I hope this review has been helpful in giving you a balanced view of the AOC CQ32G1 monitor. For those of you who have made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you're interested in buying this product, be sure to click the link in the description below for the best price. For the best price, click the link in the description.